Hey, 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 hey. So glad you're here today. My name's Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thanks so much for being here. Today, I'm really excited because I have been in contact with this amazing company called Keystone Meats. They're a really great company that provides really good quality meat for you that has already been canned. Some of you have been joining me as I've been doing a lot of canning in the last several months. I did canned pork, canned chicken, canned beef. I mean, I was just on a canning journey there for a few months, and some of you just aren't quite ready yet to take on that pressure canning of meat endeavor. And so I wanted to share with you this company and where you can get quality, good canned meats if you're just not quite ready to do the canning yourself, or you don't have access to certain meats, or you just want the convenience of it. You don't want to take a glass jar with you camping or traveling on vacation or whatever. There are so many reasons why you might have interest in this. So don't leave. Stay tuned because we're going to be cooking a delicious recipe too. So I got the box, and there was actually another box around it. I did take that off, but this box I will show you. We're going to open together. I have no idea what they sent me, and see, there's proof. It's not completely open. I just kind of started it so we could get going. Even the peacocks are excited. Okay, so in addition to having a bigger box around it, we also have plenty of bubble wrap. Check this out. All natural canned meats, recipe ready, handcrafted, slow cooked premium meats on the go shopper. KeystoneMeats.com. So in here they have just 2 ingredients. It's your meat and your salt. That's it. No preservatives. It's shelf stable, product of USA, fully cooked, recipe ready. And they have beef and pork and chicken and turkey. Today's consumers are looking for a quick meal prep for their family meals, are ready to eat fully cooked premium canned meats, add convenience to recipes without sacrificing taste. For over 60 years, our family has been producing quality, natural, lean meats without artificial ingredients. We make products that we feel good about serving to our family so you can proudly serve them to yours. The Dorley family. This is a family-owned business right here in the U.S. in Ohio. So I am proud to promote them. But let's see what they sent me today. We have turkey. We have pork. We have beef, chicken, and ground beef. Ground beef is not one that I grew up having. This is something new to me, and I really do love the versatility of what you can do with pre-cooked canned ground beef. Now, I've got a decision to make because I did a little research knowing that I was going to be videoing for this today. And I found a recipe. I think it's originated from the Iowa Extension Office, and it tells you how you can take meat. So big cans like this, they're actually 28 ounces. And I believe that the recipe I was following is for maybe 14 ounces. So we may want to use a few more of the ingredients, or we might just have a little meatier of a product. So we've got a big decision to make. I think recently I have canned pork. So I think I'm going to try their pork since I have some of that already on the shelf, and it would be really interesting to see. And honestly, I'll tell you, I kind of have a soft spot for the canned pork. My grandparents used to get this. They used to get big cans like this of pork. They were on a senior program, I think, and they would take this camping with us, and Grandma would roll it in flour and fry it, and we would eat it, and I thought it was the best thing ever. I don't remember if she took the broth and made a gravy with it or not. I can't remember that part. But today what we're going to make is 4-layer dinner, and it sounds super easy, and I can't wait to bring you along. So let's get started. First thing we need is 4 cups of potatoes. I am going to use a sweet potato. You can use a white potato or a sweet potato. I've lost my peeler. I don't know what the heck I've done with that thing. All I can find is my julienne tool, and we don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go old-fashioned, and I've grabbed myself a knife, and the best I can, I'm going to go ahead and peel this potato. Now make sure you're saving these scraps, because if you're like me and you live on a farm, you've got critters who would enjoy these. You can dehydrate or freeze dry these skins, and your dogs will love to have them as a treat. Or you can boil them and give them to your chickens. Okay, now they do suggest that if you want to cut back on the cooking time, that you can put your potato, you can pierce it and put it in the microwave for maybe 5 minutes to kind of soften your potato. But I've actually got evening chores yet to do, so I don't mind the 1 hour bake time. Let's see. Okay, and I'm just going to try to dice this in the same size pieces. And if I go a little smaller, I think they'll bake a little bit better. But just do whatever size potato chunks that you and your family enjoy. I'm guessing this is probably going to be close to 2 cups. I'm hoping so. Oh, yes. Right at 2 cups. Perfect. If I remember, I will put the link to this recipe in the description box below. I try to always do that, but I don't always remember. We've got our 4 cups. Got myself a nice big pan, because I thought if I had a bigger pan that it would actually cook a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to spray this with some olive oil so it won't stick. And then I'm just going to put those potatoes down. This is layer 1. And I'm going to go ahead and spray those potatoes just because I like to put that on there. And then we season as we go with a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to kind of season each layer. Whoops. Potatoes need salt, so be generous with this layer with the salt. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little garlic because we like garlic. Okay. And then our next layer is green beans. These happen to be my homemade green beans, home canned green beans. I need to go drain those off. We'll spread those over the top. Now this is a quart size jar green beans, so it's going to be a little bigger probably than, your store-bought by a little bit. But I did not super tightly pack them either. I've actually got another jar here. And so we're going to go ahead and add this because we like green beans. So I'll go ahead and add those in there. But really, if you're making a smaller pan, I would suggest just doing 1 of the cans of green beans. But I think we're going to enjoy having a little extra. And then we decided we wanted meat. And the recipe says that you can use beef, chicken, or pork. So today we're going to use the pork. Okay, this little nifty thing, I just bought it off of Amazon. Okay. I forgot to season the green beans. We're going to put a little onion on there because we like onion with our green beans. And I could have used real onion that I sauteed. I could have, used onion bits. We'll put the onion and just a little black pepper because we did put salt in the green beans when we canned them. I'm not worried about that. It is a nice warm day today, so my fat cap on here is not really a solid fat cap. So I can't really peel that off. So with my clean hands, I'm just going to kind of push that fat aside. Now this would make really good gravy if we wanted to. And then I'm just going to shred this pork, because remember, it's pre-cooked. So if we wanted to saute it, we could. I believe the recipe suggested it, but I do not think that's necessary. And because this is such a large can of meat, I believe it would be equal to what a quart would be. It's good that we have the bigger pan, because look how full we are. Okay, there's layer 3. I'm going to push that down in there. Just want to make sure I kind of break it up a little. We don't want everybody to get all the meat in one bite. Make sure everybody gets a little, and if I missed any fat, I can pull that off there. And then our 4th layer is cheese. Today I have shredded cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar. Now, if you want to use chunks of cheese, you absolutely can. You can make your own fresh grated cheese. And I don't measure cheese. So I'm going to use 2 big handfuls. I don't know. That might be close to 3 cups. I'm sure that's double what the recipe called for, because I almost always double the amount of cheese because, well, I'm kind of crazy like that. Okay, there we go. This is it. They also said to put 1/4 of a cup of milk over the top, so I'm going to do that. So I guess technically that would be considered a 5th ingredient. I'm really not sure what the milk does or why we want the milk, other than maybe just liquid to keep the potatoes from sticking to the bottom. But I would think you could do something with the broth, but we're going to follow the directions. So now this 4-layered casserole, 4-layered dinner is going to go into the oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. And then I'll come back and see if we can't squeeze in a little taste test. I don't need it right now, but I am not about to let that broth go to waste. And this is good stuff. So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to pour this into a jar, and I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and I can use this in other dishes. I can make a gravy with it. I could do all kinds of things, just giving a little extra flavor to any dish that I want to make. So yeah, waste nothing. I got a little sidetracked. The cheese is going to be a little crispy, but it smells and looks really, really good. Okay, we got to give this a try. Now, I don't mind a crispy cheese. Okay, look at that. Ooh, can you see all the layers? Look at that. Oh, and the potatoes got soft. You see all that steam? Wow. But I'm gonna get a little bit of the meat and some cheese and just a little bit of each layer. Carrot, potato. Here we go. A nice, good bite. It is good. Not that I didn't know that it wouldn't be, but that cheese, it's almost like I let it cook an extra, it probably cooked an extra 10 minutes or so. I got sidetracked. You know me, that's what I do. But that crunchy cheese almost gives it like a cracker texture. Like, I don't know, I really, really like it. And the meat is so very, very flavorful. I could totally see taking that can of pork, instead of using in this recipe, I could have shredded it up, put barbecue sauce with it, and put it on a pizza crust with some red onions. Oh, maybe some queso fresco or something like that. I mean, I could think of all kinds of things I could do with it, but I am really excited about it, and I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Keystone Meats, for the opportunity to review your product. Bye for now, friends. It's time to eat my supper.